This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Today we're going to be taking a look at something really different. It's a 1 to 2 player game, but I would say more of a solo game. It is Die in a Dungeon, the Dungeonator, from our good friends over at Morpheus Studios, who have done some fantastic things and is a great company all in all. And we're going to take a look at this. This is really something that I just saw on Miniature Market, and I needed to get over $100 for shipping, and I said, oh, let me add this in, because I always like small games. And to my surprise, boy, did I find something. So let's go down to the table. We're going to take a look. We're going to talk a lot more about this on the other side. I'm only going to give you a quick overview of what's going on. There's some other great videos out there that really do a playthrough, because I'm planning on trying to do a playthrough, because I usually try to do a playthrough, and this is one of those games that you kind of want to do a playthrough live, so you can explain everything as it goes. So let's go down the table and check it out. Alright, first off, it comes in this really cool box that, you know, I love magnetic top boxes. So everything just fits in, click, boom, done, and ready to go. I believe that there are other dungeons out there that you can purchase. I'm going to have to look into that. I saw an outdoor dungeon deck. This is your dungeon deck, which is going to be the main star of everything, and you're going to get 2 sets of dice. Now you're thinking, oh, 2 sets of dice, 2 players. No, these are 2 groups. Your dice are your heroes. Okay, so just to give you an example, let me do this. Here we go. You have an outlaw. Okay, this is your outlaw die. Okay, this is your scout. Okay, 8-sided die is a mercenary. Then you have your 10-sided, which is a archmage, a war priest, which is your 12-sided, and then a berserker. Of course, he's got to be the 20-sided die, right? Of course. But these are your heroes that you're going to be going through the dungeon with. So you're going to take and build a party, and you're going to go through the dungeon. You're going to have a certain amount of cards, okay, and you're going to be playing these. You'll have 5 cards in your hand, depending on which. And you know, the nice thing about this, everything's double-sided. So I think that's a real cool thing. But the thing with the cards is, and I just want to show you this real quick, this has a certain feel of a little bit of Warhammer Quest 95, very little, but you are going to go through, and you're going to, each turn you're going to hear, this is an entrance, okay, and the way you build your dungeon is you're going to split these into piles, and you're going to have a certain amount of treasure cards. Like this is a treasure room, so of course you're going to have a treasure room mixed in. You're going to have different archways, but as you can see, there's an arrow here, and when you draw a card, you're going to match it up, or you can turn it a little bit if you wanted to do something, especially if you're trying to fit it on the camera, and do that. And then the next turn you would draw a card, and depending on where it goes, you got to make sure the arrow fits there. You know, there'll be dead ends. And then you'll draw another card, just like in Warhammer Quest, to facilitate that room. You're going to play cards to move your dice, your heroes, which are dice, okay, and you are going to have certain things that you're going to be trying to accomplish. You're going to be going through, and there'll be certain quests that you're going to do. Another neat thing that they have, as you can see, this is a village. You're going to start out with a certain amount of cards, but as you go through and progress and then go back up and level up and stuff like that, it's a deck builder, essentially. So you're going to be adding things to your draw deck, okay, that is going to help you do more actions, and you're going to be adding more pieces to the village. Okay, and as you can see, if the workshop ever gets room, well, the game ends. All right, so you have all these different village pieces that is going to help you and give you certain actions that you're going to be able to take and things to do. Your turn order, let's talk about it. Play action cards in your hand, like I said. And some of the cards, it's kind of funny. You'll have 5 cards, but if you want to play like a battle card, you may have to pay 2 extra cards in your... There's a strategy to it, because you're going to have to pay a certain amount of cards to activate 1 card sometimes. A lot of times, all you have to do is just discard the card and perform that action. Before you start the game, you're going to roll, and those are going to give you the numbers for those things as you progress, okay, and how you advance the dice and advance the numbers and so forth, comes later with cards and so forth and so on. You're going to be fighting all kinds of creatures and trying to defeat them. You've got to make a lot of decisions, because your numbers, depending on what you fight, how you fight, okay, your numbers are important. Sometimes you need low numbers for certain things. Sometimes you need high numbers. So like your Berserker, you would think you would need a high number, but there are certain situations you may need a lower number, and that's not cool. But you have all these different types of skeletons, orcs. The art is pretty good. It's a little different, a little old school. I like that. Zombies, goblins, but ultimately you're trying to defeat the Lich, and he's no easy task. That's for sure. There's certain numbers that you're going to need to sneak and all this other stuff and move, and you're going to be moving through here. And as you go into treasure rooms, you're going to be trying to get loot, which is going to help you and to do certain things. And then also, you may go a certain way and then have to go back up top, and you try to level up your deck so you get these extra special cards, which will help you. There's a lot of game in this box. Some of it's really hard to try to figure out, because this is your biggest downfall of this entire game. It is not very clear on a lot of things. I've had to watch a few different videos and get people's different interpretation of things to kind of figure this out. But I'm going to tell you this much. Besides that, this is just absolutely fantastic. Even the dungeon is double-sided cards, so it's never the same game. You could play this forever and never play the same game. And that's the amazing thing about it. And there's more decks for it and stuff like that. And it really is a very, very interesting system. And it's something I think you should check out, and also check out other videos. Don't just go by me, and see if this is for you. But I really think this is something that is special, and a really, really nice little system in a small little box where you don't have to break out this huge miniature game. You can all do it all with dice. Let's go up top and get my final thoughts on Die in a Dungeon. Like I said, this is really, really fantastic. I didn't explain everything because I didn't want to say something wrong. I've watched several videos, and there are several different things, and I played it a few times, and I got hung up. The manual isn't 100% clear, and that's okay. A lot of games you just kind of interpret your own way of doing things and so forth and so on. You make some house rules and you make some adjustments. There's a lot going on the cards, so you got to make sure you read them real well. And this game tries to do a real lot. And that's what I admire about it, is how much it does for such a small game. And it's just, Morpheus and what's his name? Roland Kunz does a great job. Now, as far as story and stuff like that, you're not going to find a very deep story here. So be aware of that. But, if you just like dungeon crawling, if you like going through all kinds of dungeons and just having a lot of fun and enjoying yourself, this game is definitely for you. And it's definitely for me. I mean, I think this is fantastic. I'm a guy that just loves to play dungeon crawls. I don't need this big, huge narrative story sometimes. Don't get me wrong. I love them very, very much. You know, story builds theme. But sometimes you just want to go fight some stuff. And boy, this game does it better than a lot of them. And it's only this big. So it's out there. You can get it at Miniature Market. You can find it online. Go pick it up. I don't think you'll be disappointed with this. This is a very, very cool and fun game. So definitely check it out. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon, everybody.